U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley told the United Nations Security Council that North Korea's missile launch brings us closer to war. United Nations, AP, the U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations said Wednesday that North Korea's launch of an intercontinental ballistic missile, which some observers believe could reach the eastern U.S., brings us closer to a war the U.S. isn't seeking. Nikki Haley, speaking at an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council, said that if war comes as a result of further acts of aggression like the latest launch, make no mistake, the North Korean regime will be utterly destroyed. The dictator of North Korea made a decision yesterday that brings us closer to war, not farther from it, Haley said. We have never sought war with North Korea and still today we do not seek it. The Trump administration threatened new sanctions on North Korea after the reclusive government shattered 2 months of relative quiet with its most powerful weapon test yet. President Donald Trump tweeted that he spoke with Chinese President Xi Jinping about Pyongyang's provocative actions, and he vowed that additional major sanctions will be imposed on North Korea today. This situation will be handled. Trump's top diplomat, Rex Tillerson, said the U.S. could target financial institutions doing business with the North. Caption close at the Emergency Security Council meeting, China's Deputy UN Ambassador Wu Haidao reiterated the China-Russia proposal for North Korea to suspend all nuclear and missile tests and for the U.S. and South Korea to suspend all military exercises. Russia's UN ambassador Vasily Nebenzia also urged North Korea to stop the tests and called on the U.S. and South Korea to cancel large-scale military maneuvers scheduled for December. Haley said the world's nations have the power to further isolate and reverse North Korea's dangerous course, by cutting all ties to the country and enforcing UN sanctions. She said Trump during his call to Xi urged the Chinese president to cut off all oil deliveries to North Korea. That would be a pivotal step in the world's effort to stop this international pariah, she said. The fresh deliberations about new forms of punishment for North Korea came after its government said it successfully fired a significantly more powerful, nuclear-capable ICBM it called the Hwasong-15. Outside governments and analysts concurred the North had made a jump in missile capability. A resumption of Pyongyang's torrid testing pace in pursuit of a viable arsenal of nuclear-tipped missiles that can hit the U.S. mainland had been widely expected. But the power of the missile and suddenness of the test jolted the Korean peninsula and Washington. The launch at 3:17 a.m. Wednesday local time, early Tuesday afternoon in the U.S. Capitol indicated an effort to perfect the element of surprise and obtain maximum attention in the U.S. In a government statement released through state media, North Korea said the Hwasong-15, the greatest ICBM, could be armed with a super-large heavy nuclear warhead and is capable of striking the whole mainland of the U.S. The North said the missile reached a height of 4,475 kilometers, 2,780 miles, and traveled 950 kilometers, 590 miles, before accurately hitting a sea target, similar to the flight data announced by South Korea's military.